Hi guys, welcome back to CntrlAltTech. Sit back and relax as we talk you through the MacBook 2015 review. Now the keyboard for me is one of the best aspects about this laptop. It's, despite it being 5 years old, it is so responsive, it's comfortable to type on for long periods of time, and I feel like it's got enough key travel in there. So this laptop is really light, weighing £2. And for me, like, that is one of the best things about this laptop, and also why, if you're a student watching this, why this is a good buy. Because you imagine you'd be having your textbooks, your folders, different books taken to class. Having a lightweight laptop really helps you accompany your stuff, and just generally portability wise, it's awesome. So this trackpad is remarkably responsive. It's a forced trackpad, and I've really enjoyed it. I feel like MacBooks in generally have much better trackpads in general compared to PCs. For me, in this last 5 years, the trackpad has worked really well. The trackpad size for me is just amazing. Having a nice trackpad, like big size, and actually able, with all Macs you can change the pressure you put on the trackpad. It's just amazing to have. So this has got one USB-C port, and this had a lot of criticism at the time when it came out 5 years ago. Having to buy this expensive laptop and then on top of that buying a separate adapter to be able to use the most basic things, like another USB port, an Ethernet cable, HDMI. Like, these are all things that were quite annoying at the time, but I think I just got used to it. I mean, it is annoying. I mean, I really do wish that this laptop had more than one USB-C port. I know that in the new MacBook Pros they do have two USB-C ports. So this laptop has one headphone jack and microphones. I think it does the job, to be honest. I think I really don't use this headphone jack, and I'm sure a lot of people don't use it as much nowadays because most people have wireless earphones like the AirPods or equivalent. This laptop also gets super loud. It's impressive. The sound quality is impressive for a laptop this small. It's I mean, it's not gonna kind of replace your best sound speaker, like Bose or Sonos or anything like that. But still, I think it does a good job, um, you know, for just the average consumer, to be honest. Also, we have to appreciate this Retina display. I mean, it was amazing when it was first released. The laptop before this did not have it, and they've now carried this tradition through to the newer models. It's incredible, the display as well for this small of a laptop. One of the best things about this laptop, and also just generally with Apple products, is the longevity that Apple have with providing software updates, the newest ones to older products. It's nice every year. Like, it makes your device feel new. This has, as I mentioned before, Retina display. It has an Intel Core M chip, which it's not going to be helping you with the best gaming experience. I mean, anyone in their right mind wouldn't buy this for gaming purposes. This is purely a notebook that does a job, does your work. You can run applications like Word, PowerPoint, stuff that you need for work, for productivity, really nicely on this, and it does a job. I think enough storage there as well. I do wish that when Apple released this, that this was the base storage. They have made it now the base storage. This laptop is 256 gigabytes, but you know it's incredible, the kind of the performance of this, yet still 5 years later. I mean, some PCs, I don't want to sound like a PC hater here, because there are really good PCs out there, but 5 years on, it's still running smoothly. It loads stuff quickly, and the performance is definitely still there. So anyone considering this, don't be worried about the performance. So this may be a personal thing for me. Was battery life. I mean, I think it was great when I first bought it. Battery life was amazing the first few years. But as of recently, I've had real issues with this in terms of, I would take it to work, and by midday it would be just 30% left. It was not great. Um, I think it's also a little bit. I didn't look after the lithium ion battery as well as I should have, and this is why it is more of a personal thing for me. I'm sure if you did look it up online how to look after lithium ion battery in a laptop, you'll have a much better success at um, looking after it. But yeah, I think if you were to buy this brand new, it has a really good battery life. I think that's just a general thing with all Macs, is the battery life. But just on a personal note, yeah, the battery life, yeah, sucks on this. For me at least. Do you know what also sucks? The front-facing camera on this laptop. It is horrendous. It's 480p, and look, you can see the quality here. It is terrible. It is absolutely like garbage. I mean, it's taken Apple till 2020 to finally put a 1080p front-facing camera in the iMac, the 2020 iMac. I don't understand why it's taken Apple this long. It's terrible. Now, when this laptop came out, it was a very radical change, switching to the butterfly mechanism keyboard, having one USB-C port, the Retina display, the color options. You can get this. My one's gold. You can get it in rose gold, silver, or space gray. And it faced a lot of criticism for being quite an expensive laptop with a hefty price tag, which arguably didn't live up to the price for some people. Some people do not like the keyboard or having to carry an adapter with them if they use other USB ports through a dongle. But really, this laptop marked a shift in the change of MacBooks over the last 5 years. You look at more recent MacBooks, they've all adopted these features, the Retina display. The 2017 MacBook Pro adopted the butterfly mechanism switches, the sound quality. It set up Apple for good features. It's been radical. It was a radical laptop. But the real question at stake here is: should you really buy it in 2020? I think now that the price tag is below the £1,000 mark, I think you should definitely consider buying this laptop. Purely, really, for portability reasons. How small it is. It's small, compact, it's sturdy. It does the job really. I mean, I personally love the keyboard. If you are a person that just wants to get the job done, that wants to load Word, wants to just have a really good productivity experience for a laptop, a small notebook, then this is the laptop for you. I mean, later on in 2020, Mac OS Big Sur is coming out, so you won't miss the new features for that, all of which are supported on this laptop. Did it live up to the price tag of 2015? I would say it didn't, but does it live up to the much cheaper price tag today, which you can find online? I would say it does. So guys, that about wraps it up. Thank you guys for listening. Please like, share, comment and subscribe so you do not miss a single of our videos.